Nice plumage.
So, just scoop one of those boxes off, I guess. So that's probably 500 kilograms right there.
So the shelter was actually on clearance, pretty much a quarter of what the original price was. As you can see, there is a lot of materials in this shelter. It came on a skid and it weighs over 500 kilograms. There's our tarp. So here's the instructions. This is all you get. Hopefully you've put one of these together before because this one is huge. So this shelter logic building is 14 feet wide, 16 feet tall, and it's 36 feet long. This is the biggest one I'll be putting together so far. Everything is heavy on this one. The pipes are really robust on this shelter. This steel looks almost 1/8 inch thick. So you could build a lot of dune buggies and go-karts out of this steel. So I'm just using pit run, that's what we had left over, and then we have some 3/4 crush we can put on top. So we've pushed the shelter as far back into the bush. There were some dead trees in here that had to be taken out. Now the reason for that is because we want to try to get as much shade as possible. All right, so I have one truss I'm putting together here. So this would be an end. So there's two of these that have these two pipes. So one's gonna face this way and the other one's gonna face the other way. 10 of these trusses to put together. The trusses are fairly simple to put together. Shortest pole and then 2 long ones, a bend, straight, top piece. But it's all about getting them up into place. So the loader on the tractor could not get this up high enough. I've used this pulley in the tree to pull the truss up, pulled it up against the tree, and then I pulled another one up and then I connected them together. So I think I've got the hardest part done right now, and I've got the 2 trusses up and it's standing on its own. But that was not so easily done. But because I'm way out here, when I go to pull them in, they go towards the tree. All right, change of plans. I've been putting them up like this. I'm using the whole half of the truss with the curve. So I've been putting this together myself and it's becoming a huge challenge. I had to figure out how to stabilize it. I've been tying it off. So I put in 3 trusses with the ladder. The ladder is just way too sketchy. It's not high enough to stand on the pallet to get up there. I'm just not putting on the top pieces. And I've been putting them in and bolting them into place. And that's the easiest way I've figured out so far. Otherwise, you can't lift the full truss into place. Just the loader's just not high enough to get it up. I don't know if I can just swing it up right now. All right, I have an idea. So I came up with an idea. I attached a pole. I don't know what's gonna happen, so let's see. Okay. Up onto the railing. Yeah, but is it going to be high enough? Oh my god. It comes off there, it's going to come flying down. I think that's as far as we want to go. This is really sketchy. It's not going anywhere. All right, so I got it up. I guess I could have done that with the rest of them, but it was, as you can see, it was pretty hard to do. Right now, I just got to get these top trusses on, and then I can start putting the tarps on, the back panel on, because you have to hook it over this the little tube there, the centers. So let's see what I can do. putting the back panel on, you have to wrap this around. The other side, do the same thing. I gotta go up on a ladder and pull it around the top one. Over the edge, I've pulled it. Now what I need to do is pull the straps. So the ratchet straps, or whatever you call them, go into the corner. So what I want to do now is put in some anchors, because now I have the width. So I know exactly where to put my anchors. These are the anchors. They are pretty big. That's pretty good. It should be good just around there. Okay, so that's going to stop it from going in. Because the wind's pushing on the back of it, it sucks it in, and that'll hold it there. And then I'm going to put another one on the other side and then have them tension to each other. All right, so I put this thing together. Let's see if we can get up there. Okay, I made it. So it works. Okay, so this contraption actually works. Alright, so I have a rope tied around there, and I need to tie around the other end, and then I'm going to pull it up over the top. So I got the tarp on. I was literally hanging off the side of it here, trying to get it to pull down on both sides. You need to get the tarp around the pipe at the top, and it seems like there's a little bit of slack there that I have to pull. It's not going to be easy. I'm going to have to go up and try to pull on it right there. So I need to get these tubes on across the bottom. So it's pretty simple to put the bottom tubes on, slide the pipe in between here, in between these little folds, and then you put these clamps on around, and then the end clamp. So now I just have to continue putting the tubes in the bottom and putting on those clamps, then the tarp will be fully secure. So the tarp actually expands a little bit, and when it's warmer, and then of course contracts when it's cooler, and over time it actually starts to stretch. So you just push down on these, and that gives your tension onto the tarp. I wouldn't put it too tight at first. So I've been using the Blue Eddy EB55 power station to run the drills, the lights. Power station's been pretty useful for putting up